The theme song, one of the most identifiable theme songs of all time, written by Charles Albertine, Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart. Let's just hear that, because every time somebody ever plays this, it's just wonderful. It is wonderful. But I didn't realise that those same guys wrote the theme for the Monkees.
People say we monkey around, we're too busy singing.
I mean, I was just amazed at that little... Nobody actually really cares, do you? I just thought I'd throw that in.
I was having a birthday dinner with my daughter at a place in Malibu, and she was probably 9 or 10. And this gentleman came up to the table and recognized me from the show and asked if he could sing Happy Birthday to my daughter, and the restaurant just stopped. It was Tommy Boyce. And he told me that he had written the song here, and it wasn't long after that he had taken his life. But it was just one of those moments.
You must get such extraordinary reaction. Is there any a time where the reality of public expectation is more in line with your characters than it is, because you are actors and you are people?
We had the loveliest moment last night I need to share. We'd gone out with George. You didn't call George.
Brother, yes.
My brother George. and we went to...
Went to my friend Nick's restaurant at Cockle Bay.
Oh. And so we were...
Nick's Seafood.
Yes.
We had a lovely night. We were all walking back to the hotel. And you and I were arm in arm, and I don't know where you were. You were... No, I'm just kidding. You were with Daniela.
Who's being the Salem slasher?
we had stopped at a light, and a little gaggle of people were coming towards us, and it was just sort of...
No,
it's John and Marlena.
They stopped in the street, and we had to, like, pull them out because the cars were coming. It's John and Marlena.
So
I took them for a tour to the State Theatre, because that's where I used to go and watch movies, and that's where the whole idea of being an actor, somewhere deep in the back of my head, and we went through, and they let us go through, and they took us upstairs. It was kind of wonderful, because that's one of the best theatres we've ever had.
It's beautifully preserved theatres.
We love your town. We love your people.
No. She was exhilarated by the fresh air here.
Now, on the flip side of that, there was an incident that I had where, in fact, I think on the air show today, John Black was shot. Am I correct? Well, we're just a little bit ahead of you in the States, and right after I was shot...
Today we're up to 10,475. That's true, 10,470. Where are you up to in the States?
Well, we're about 200 shows past that, if you do the math. Closing in on 11,000.
Ooh, okay.
Well, right after John Black was shot, I had a fan visit my house who scaled my gates and said, "I saw you were shot, and if you're not dead, I have to make sure that you are."
That is
so
scary.
that was
true. It made the papers. Like, he was the local hero in Los Angeles.
That was like
he was the hero.
It's a scary thing. I'm up painting on a ladder, and I hear my daughter screaming, "Daddy!" And here's some guy in a green, looks like a Unabomber, chasing after my daughter. My wife came out of the house and stood him up. "Get away from my daughter!" And then it was on.
And what happened then?
Oh, well, we let's see. Technically subdued him and duct taped him and waited for the authorities.
Technically subdued him. You had a taser gun, or?
No, why?
I love it. I'm prone to that technical.
Now that's the bad part of Days of Our Lives, because when you are the hero in the show and they give you the scripts where you're always winning, you have this false sense of security. I could have hit the guy once, and he could have stood there and just looked at me, and I would have gone, "Oh no!"
Again, it is such a privilege, and I really am looking forward to the moment, because I want to introduce you to some of our wonderful actors in Australia who've had great success, because the very fact I could get you guys together with some of our own, I'm really looking forward to that moment. So some of our Aussies who've had their own success will be joining us after this.
Yes, John. The Phoenix has risen.
Audience is desperate. Have you got your questions organised? Yeah? Okay. Listen up, people, because I bet they've got some really curly ones for you guys. So we'll be back after this. But first, we've got questions from our audience. Are you ready?
I think before we start... hold on. I think before we start this, first of all, we got to get a picture of this wonderful audience out there. There we go. Now, I understand Keck. Keck, right? Keck?
K-A-K, Carrie Ann. I know it's very unattractive,
Okay, I
isn't
understand that you were a soap actress at one time. And I think that was called The Restless Years. Am I right about that? You know, we might have gone back into the archives and pulled up something might.
Oh, I thought I liked you before this. Oh, golly.
Yes.
Oh, I want to lose weight. Oh, look, no back fat. Oh. Gee, that's attractive, isn't it? I thought everybody remembered that. He's a lawyer now. He's a QC.
And he only came over for a cup of sugar, right?
Yeah. Yeah, now you know why.
You can remember that scene, can't you?
I can. Yeah.
Yes,
Now,
you can.
now you know why I do this job. I was the world's worst actor. To get that job, I'd tell terrible lies. I'd come back from New York. I told all these
You
lies
too?
to this production company just because I needed a job. And I got it. And I've gone, that means I've got to act. How do you do that again? I said, no idea. That's why I didn't last very long. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Drake. I'm going to remember that.
We have stayed on longer because we tell better lies, I guess.
Questions from the audience after this. Welcome back to Mornings and our special Days of Our Lives show. Now, our audience is obviously with us. Where's Simone? Simone Smith. Good morning, Simone.
Hello.
Hi, Simone. What is your question?
Yeah, I've got a question for Drake and Deirdre. Hi. You both look so young. You haven't aged a day since the start of the day you're
I
on.
hear you. I'm sorry.
I just want to know your secret to looking so young and great.
Let's see. Well, let's see. You want to start with fitness is a way of life. You must eat right, macronutrients at the right proportions, be in the gym
rubbish.
at 5:30 this morning.
Get his new book. Jake's working on a book.
That's a good way to go through life, I think, and be happy in your love life is very, very important. That's my take on it. And surround yourself with people who have a lot of positive energy, which we do, and have great makeup artists.
I'm with you there. Joanne King. Where are you, Joanne? Hi, Joanne. Your question.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Joanne.
Will Days ever be filmed here in Australia?
Where is Ken?
Oh, wouldn't that
No,
be wonderful?
he's going, absolutely.
Wouldn't that be great?
Too much money. Ken's just saying, too much money, Ken?
What was the question?
Well, would we film here sometime?
Oh.
Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be fun,
We
wouldn't it,
could do
Ken?
a location shoot here.
I could push somebody over the harbour bridge.
I seriously think that's something that you guys should give some consideration. On the plane home trip, the trip home, you've got to get Ken and just say, how about this?
It's a wonderful location.
A dream sequence.
Well, the light is beautiful here.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, there's lots of places you go. Belinda